You cannot stop me, I'ma make it to the top spicy. Kinda coming in, not cocky. You cannot break me, this world's mine for the taking. Got an inch, man, I'm making. Oh, I'll keep my head down and grind and be patient. I'll take a stab at the top of the sailing. They can all try, but you cannot contain it. Cause I see the things that I want and I take on my goals. Push myself to the brink, no limit. Do what it takes to be free, committed. I'm a little obsessed with things, I'll admit it. But that's what it takes to get a freedom ticket. Got a killer instinct and it's just the beginning. Breaking down walls and the hurt start thinning. And the more you push it, the fast start trimming till you're the only one getting off straight with it all.
Yeah, Fiends taking on the Bloodhounds. First game of this series. Mystery of that first pick about to be revealed. Hey, it's the CC for Bloodhounds.
I actually like that pickup. I'm a fan of the CC. We talked about it. It didn't get picked up too often. And it's definitely a staple pickup. It's going to be a problem when you don't have anybody to keep her at base. She's great at harassing and rotating across the map and can keep up with the mobility, especially up against a Fanny, who's going to be highly mobile herself. And I want to see this kind of translate into the NA scene. And hey, here we go. Both teams fighting it out. Early aggression.
Ooga Booga trying to put on those little juke shoes, but was not able to get away from ProDestroy. A great first pickup in the opening minute.
Yeah, great early pickup, which will give him a slight advantage for the early phase for the side of Fiends. And this is what you want to see from the Fanny, right? You're seeing some of those emblems pop up on the board. Fanny running on that lethal ignition, which is definitely interesting. Going to have some damage. Impure Rage over there from the Vexana, who did walk through the draft. We've seen how much of an impact it had in the first series of the day. But will it be the same story for game number 2? Looking at the CC running on that Brave Smite. It's going to make her very sustainable, getting a lot of that regen as she uses her skills. Quantum Charge picked up over there from Sleeps, making him very mobile on this unorthodox pick of the Irithyll. And not your staple marksman that you kind of see, but it was prioed very early in this game. And we got to see how it kind of plays out.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting here. First turtle is up, and this is where a lot of the men are made during these games to see if they can kind of get that positioning. ProDestroy not in a great position for it, but you can see Vexana and Glue starting to move their way down. 10% left on it. Easy peasy. Oh, a nice Molina blitz. ProDestroy comes in, finds a kill, and easy peasy still finds a turtle. ProDestroy found a kill on off map, I believe that was, on Ooga Booga.
Not only kill both kills that went over there to ProDestroy went to Ooga Booga. We talked about him being one of those players that keeps things interesting, but he needs to slow it down. Got out of position, and that's going to find a little bit of an advantage over there for the side of Fiends. I mean, even though they didn't get that turtle, their jungler's getting fed, which means ProDestroy is going to be able to get those items nice and early to be able to gank the side lanes. He's not really worried about getting the turtles. He wants to kind of gank on the opposing sides. But speaking of a gank, Ooga Booga in a situation.
Oh, yeah, Ooga Booga again finding himself some trouble in this roam position, getting nailed down by Kahari. Oh, very brave, very brave there. But here comes the headhunter looking for a kill again. And finds it. Third kill onto Ooga Booga. Blazing duet out and about as Kahari going to find that BMI, getting himself back to safety. Here come the nom noms as easy peasy doesn't get the stun onto Magic. Is it going to be enough to take him down? In comes ProDestroy looking for the kill. Is gonna find it onto Sleeps. That is 0-4 in favor of Fiends.
Yeah, and you know, this is really happening because Ooga Booga is being caught out of position, right? I mean, he's going a little too far, and now ProDestroy having 4 kills within the last 3 minutes of the game. Leaving his marksman by himself, Sleeps will find his first death, which will put him behind in the gold lane, giving Kohari a great advantage. You're now looking at about a 500 gold lead, not the highest, but in terms of the early aggression, leaning inside of Fiend's favor.
Ooh, a nice little way of the dragon there by Ooga Booga, trying to pay it back, trying to become. Oh no, they're gonna get caught here. We do see a lot of damage come out with the Eternal Guardian, and we're chasing down Bokarasku. Gonna find himself a flicker. Is that gonna be enough to get out of harm's way? Easy peasy, fending off this ultimate from Vexana, and I'm surprised no kills came out of that one.
ProDestroy just trying to get that retreat to get these kills right now, using everything he has at his disposal and doing a great job so far. But Bloodhounds may be able to pick up another turtle. This is really what's going to kind of keep them in this game, is if they can at least trade for these neutral objectives, it may possibly work. But both sides need to kind of find out who's leading control of this match. Ramses with the CC, we talked about it, very hard to kind of keep at bay, able to harass the entire team. ProDestroy rushes in, able to get the turtle.
Oh, he does find a way of the dragon on to uneven. Is that going to be enough? Ooga Booga gets taken down again by ProDestroy. And I want to say, questionable kick out there to try to get into the XP laner, putting himself in the harm's way again. Not just that, another kill for ProDestroy.
4 of those 5 kills that he's gotten has all been Ooga Booga so far. But in the mid lane,
yeah, I think Bokarasco pretty much just knew there's nothing he was going to be able to do to get out of there. Sleeps in a bad way down and finds himself on the bad end of a cutthroat from ProDestroy on the Fanny.
yeah, he's just having a flawless game on the Fanny so far. We talked about him building that Blade of Heptases as his first item, and that's all he needs to take off.
Yeah, and then down Churro finding a kill onto Ooga Booga right now, who is having a rough go at this game right now. At the bottom lane, Kahari finds himself the second tower for Fiends.
Yeah, and Fiends having a great debut. The team that slid out of nowhere, took down one of the powerhouse names such as Gosu, and now going up against the top 8 contender, the Bloodhounds, and doing it with a fancy fashion, as you are seeing the pressure in the mid lane.
Yeah, and you can see now Magic in a little bit of trouble here. Is going to be able to get back, especially with that healing from the Minotaur. Sleeps, getting helped out by Bokarasco in the back. Ooga Booga fending off, holding the line. Surprisingly, does not take a death there. Oh, easy peasy. Gets taken out by Uneven. Followed by Ramses finding a kill. And Ooga Booga down. We are at 3 to 2 kills for that exchange.
Malefic Roar just picked up from ProDestroy too. He notices they're building that physical defense and he wants more. He wants to be able to get those kills, and great itemization over there from him. I believe that was a Demon Hunter sword picked up from Kohari. So he will be able to deal some damage, especially up against Easy Peasy on this Baratz, able to kind of soak down his high HP pool. And now Fiends, they weren't able to get the very first turtle of the game, but now they have 2 in their favor, which means they are leading on the turtle objectives over against Bloodhounds and up by 1 turret, and also leading the way by 7 kills so far and almost 3,000 gold. Off to a great start, but ProDestroy, if anybody's MVP, it's got to be him so far. 7-0-1 KDA.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job. Oh, Ooga Booga tries to get in there, gets a little pop-up for his troubles there. We're about to be done with our first row of towers for the side of Bloodhounds, and unfortunately not able to kind of find the momentum, especially because Ooga Booga keeps getting caught before they can even like land some of these engagements.
Man, speaking of landing engagements, Sleeps.
Yeah, Sleeps just gets taken down. You see in there that even ProDestroy, even very confident. We were talking about his ability. Oh, easy peasy, gonna have to use that Detna's welcome to get himself away. So using it defensively instead of actually able to kind of scoop up an enemy and point them into his tower. And in a bad way right now is Bloodhounds.
Yeah, not able to find their rhythm so far. Ooga Booga off to a rough start over there on this show. And maybe the Hanabi was what he needed to pick up for this game. But you are going to go ahead and see them now pushed into the Chichi turret for the mid lane, but a conceal play.
Yeah, conceal play comes out, but big a pop-up. Minoan Fury catches 3 members of Bloodhounds, and they are on the chase. Uneven with the split. Ramses gets hunted down by ProDestroy, but here comes the way of the dragon. Finds ProDestroy, Sleeps with the finishing touches. Kohari onto the back line, spitting out the damage with that blazing duet. And that's going to be 1 down for the Bloodhounds and 1 down for the Fiends.
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade, but not the same story on the scoreboard as you're seeing Fiends getting pretty much everything that they came for. Up by 2,000 gold and now has control of the Lord Pit. May be able to take this objective. Ooga Booga trying to find some answers, but being bursted down with the swiftness on this Cho every single time Fiends initiates. You are looking at the first turret on the top side, though, falling for Fiends. Bloodhounds needs to find a way to kind of translate more of these objectives in their favor, and it looks like they are going to go in for the contest. I don't think they're going to give Fiends this Lord for free.
Yeah, they're going to try to contest it, but you gotta respect the damage. You gotta respect how ahead that they. Well, actually, I mean, I want to say it's only about 3K ahead at the 10-minute mark, so it's not like completely unfeasible for them to be able to take this. It's just the composition and the send-off from Ooga Booga that we need to watch for to make sure that he can get it, that he can get that little pick-off that he needs to be able to start some of these fights without dying.
Yeah, and you're already seeing both
on
teams
the magic,
dancing.
uneven, coming, spreading from the backside, and that's going to be an easy Lord. Ooga Booga in trouble again. Bronco Roscoe has that passive activated and still gets taken down by ProDestroy, putting some respect onto that name of that Fanny.
Ooh, easy peasy, not able to get away. Uneven, we'll find him, but Kohari.
Oh man, Blazing Duet comes in there, puts the finishing touches onto Sleeps.
Oh man, a lot of pressure, but 4 members falling for the side of Bloodhounds, 1 for the side of Fiends as ProDestroy finds his second death of the game. Now up to double digits with 10 kills. This is the highest kills we've seen so far for the NACT regular season. 17-7, 10 kill lead at that, as you are seeing some of the items pop up on the board. Kohari, 3-1-6, now picking up that golden staff alongside the Demon Hunter on the Corrosion side, and up against him on the other side in the gold lane. You are going to see the Haas class picked up from the Irithel for that sustainability, more attack speed from the Swift Boots, and some crit from the Berserker's Furies. So able kind of to match him on core items, but we're not seeing the same story for the roamers as you are seeing Ooga Booga just off to a very hard start. He's not really able to initiate like he wants to. And honestly, the Cho's not a bad pickup when you're going up against a Fanny. I mean, you have the way the Dragon, it's pretty much a guaranteed set as long as he's right next to Fanny when you use those steel cables. But it's really going to be up to easy peasy, right? I mean, he's supposed to have these tankier items. He has to frontline that damage, but ProDestroy always finding a way around him.
Oh man, locked on to Ramses here. Is trying to yo-yo away ProDestroy. Actually puts a good amount of damage, especially with some of those auto attacks with how fast that they can hit. Puts a ProDestroy into the back of the tower, so he's gonna have to go home for a bit.
I mean, did you just see how much damage Ramses did to ProDestroy? He's not even phased about him. He doesn't care about that 10-2 KDA. I mean, that's not somebody you're going to be able to burst down. I think ProDestroy just needs to focus on finding Sleeps, Boca Roscoe, and hey, I mean, actually Ooga Booga with the way he's been bursting him down in this game. But the other players may not be the same story. Bloodhounds, though, now needs to play for the late game. They need to wait for Sleeps to pick up those core items and deal the damage alongside Boca Roscoe.
Oh, very quickly reacting to finding Fanny in that, and they're going to be able to find a way of the Dragon and burst him down.
And we just talked about it, right? The Cho is an answer for the Fanny. As long as you get the way of the Dragon, it's almost a guaranteed setup for a kill. And hey, may be a way for them to turn this around.
Yeah, and that was just such quick reaction. I'm not even sure. Maybe they saw the Fanny go into that bush, but that was just so fast for them to all be able to get the way of the Dragon and then burst him down within a second. So great read there by Bloodhounds, showing signs of life here at the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, we know they're a team that has a lot of synergy, and honestly, if anybody could turn it around, it's them. We've seen them in this position several times, and being able to push through and play to the late game. They know how to do the micro and macro dance. Even though they didn't win in the early game, you can't count them out just yet. Fiends, newer on the scene. With this massive advantage, they should be able to close this out. But time and time again with newer teams, sometimes we see this happen, right? They just have a massive advantage in the early game, but when it comes to the late game and ending it, that's where they struggle. But is this the story for Fiends?
Yeah, we're about to find out too, because like the gold lead is not insurmountable for Fiends right now. So there's still a lot of room for Bloodhounds to be able to kind of come back. Kotari comes in with the BMI. They're doing such a great job of zoning out the rest of Bloodhound to make sure they can't close the distance. Here comes Easy Peasy, looking for an opportunity, looking for an excuse to get in there. He is not going to be able to get it. ProDestroy finds the retribution, and down go 2-3 members of the Bloodhounds. They are still giving chase. You can see uneven there, trying to latch on to Boca Roscoe. Is that going to be enough? Oh, it is not. Boca Roscoe alone in the base to tell the story of his fallen comrades.
Yeah, and now Sleeps and Boca Roscoe by themselves, not able to contest on that Lord with the massive gold lead from Fiends, and now opening up the base for a game ender.
Ooh, yeah, you can see ProDestroy comes in there, still finds the kill onto Boca Roscoe, and that's going to be a complete team wipe and first game for Fiends.
My goodness, talk about flawless execution. Fiends with a 14-minute finish over against Bloodhounds, their first competitor that's been in the top 8, and a great debut from them so far. ProDestroy Pro Fanny should be what he changes his name to, is he should have the MVP in the bag after that performance, able to burst down Ooga Booga very easily and create the early game pressure needed